Welcome back to my channel, and I'm coming with the word today from Daniel 3, verses 15 through 29, New Living Translation. The God who rescues his people. The God who rescues his people. Daniel chapter 3, verses 15 through 29, New Living Translation. I will give you one more chance to bow down and worship the statue I have made. When you hear the sound of the musical instruments, but if you refuse, you will be thrown immediately into the blazing furnace, and then what God will be able to rescue you from my power? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God whom we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power, your majesty. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it clear to you, your majesty, that we will never serve your gods or worship the gold statue you have set up. Nebuchadnezzar was so furious with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that his face became distorted with rage. He commanded that the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than usual. Then he ordered some of the strongest men of his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the blazing furnace. So they tied them up and threw them into the furnace, fully dressed in their pants, turbans, robes, and other garments. And because the king in his anger had demanded such a hot fire in the furnace, the flames killed the soldiers as they threw the 3 men in. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, securely tied, fell into the roaring flames. But suddenly Nebuchadnezzar jumped up in amazement and exclaimed to his advisors, Didn't we tie up 3 men and throw them into the furnace? Yes, your majesty, we certainly did, they replied. Look, Nebuchadnezzar shouted, I see 4 men, unbound, walking around in the fire, unharmed, and the 4th looks like a god. Then Nebuchadnezzar came as close as he could to the door of the flaming furnace and shouted, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, come here. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stepped out of the fire. Then the high officers, officials, governors, and advisors crowded around them and saw that the fire had not touched them. Not a hair on their heads was singed, and their clothing was not scorched. They didn't even smell of smoke. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, Praise to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He sent his angel to rescue his servants who trusted in him. They defied the king's command and were willing to die rather than serve or worship any god except their God. Therefore, I make this decree: if any people, whatever their race or nation or language, speak a word against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they will be torn limb from limb, and their houses will be turned into heaps of rubble. There is no other God who can rescue like this. Hallelujah. There is no other God who can rescue like this. Hallelujah. To God be the glory for his word. And that was Daniel chapter 3, verses 15 through 29, New Living Translation. No matter what you are facing in your life, hallelujah, this is proof right here that God will rescue you from every sickness, every disease, every woman or man that's trying to come against you. Whatever the circumstance or the situation may be, just know that God is a God of rescuing his people from any fire, any blaze, any enemy. Stand strong in your faith and believe just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and watch God rescue you as he did the 3 Hebrew boys. I pray that you are blessed with the reading of God's holy word. And remember, anything that you're facing, just know that God can rescue you out of it, just like He did the three Hebrew boys. I hope you're blessed, and I hope you know that God is a God of rescuing you out of anything, everything, and anything. God is a God who will and can do it. By faith, only believe. Until next time, if you like what you hear, please subscribe to my channel. And always remember that God will rescue you. Only believe and walk by faith, no matter how it looks, no matter what is up against you. Know that God will rescue you at His appointed time by faith and by belief. Trust and believe God, knowing that God can and will deliver. Until next time, God bless.